over 20 laps. We've already seen young Daniel Kinsman finishing second in junior restricted. His older brother Matthew leads this field away. 20 laps, junior Yamaha final. Big field. 30 plus cards taking the start. Kinsman leads early from Hill. Mitchell Evans slots into third. Evans won the CIK trophy title in the Junior Intercontinental A class at Hamilton earlier on in the year. Former New Zealand Junior Restricted Champion. There's problems here for the 65 of Scott Hatton racing out of the Bay of Plenty. Just dropped off track on the opening lap. Matthew Kinsman already with a big lead. Evans has got ahead of Hill. So it's Mount Wellington 1 and 2. Matthew Kinsman leads the first lap. No sign of Nick Cassidy, who was the top qualifier and won the first two heats. Unfortunately, another former New Zealand Junior Restricted champ, he was not able to take the start of the pre-final and was not allowed to start the final. So one of the top contenders out at the beginning of the pre-final. Matthew Kinsman won the pre-final. That put him off the pole for this final race. He's got a couple of kart length advantage here over Mitchell Evans from Mount Wellington and Auckland in the Giltrap group. Evans European number 11 Arrow. Arrow's 1 and 2. We've got the Cosmic third with Mitchell Hill. Hill, a former New Zealand schools champion. Like Ryan Bailey from the race before, scored that victory in terrible conditions in the Taranaki a couple of years ago. So a good racer in his own right. He's the top local hope here in the Manawatu, at the Manawatu Toyota Raceway for the junior Yamaha title, and he's putting the pressure on Mitchell Evans for second. Three-way battle here for the lead. Big gap back to fourth, and it is the 17 of David Mazaris racing out of the Tokoroa Kart Club. And behind Mazaris, we've got the 27, James Hadley from Wellington. 8, Jamie McNee making his return to karts. He's done a full season in the Formula First New Zealand Championship this year. 7 there is William Bamber, first sight of young William. Earl Bamber's younger brother. Earl, of course, racing in the Toyota Racing Series this year as well. He's got Dunedin Stephen Thompson working him over. 2 Cosmic chassis. And then it's the 38 of Daniel Duffy from the Bay of Plenty Kart Club. Well, Hill's got past Evans here and he's got away. Mitchell Evans may have just made a mistake somewhere, and Hill's gone by through to second. He's chasing down the leader as this battle continues just outside the top 6. Oh, look at it, Bamber running off track. The 81 involved in there, Richard Craig from the Manawatu, 91 here. Mitchell Baker right in this battle, in behind Duffy. Tim Vickers in behind them in the 64. One of the features of this weekend has been the huge entries, a record 265 entries. And like senior Yamaha, the junior Yamaha field was oversubscribed. After qualifying, they had a last chance repechage to find the final qualifiers, 32. In this field at the start of the weekend, we had a couple missing from the start of this final with problems in the pre-final as the 69 goes up the inside 4 position. That's Joey Hawke from the Manawatu. 66 there, Jacob Ross racing out of the Hawke's Bay. So we go back to Mitchell Baker chasing down Richard Craig. Baker in the Intrepid chassis from Italy, Richard Craig in the Arrow. Daniel Duffy there in the 38, another running the Arrow chassis out of Australia. Vickers running the Tony kart there in the 64. Stephen Thompson now goes by David Mazaris. Up inside the top 4. This is Mitchell Evans from Mount Wellington and Auckland in the 3rd position. Just goes through shot there, and you can see this gap back to 4th, and it's now Jamie McNee battling with Stephen Thompson. That's 4th and 5th. Just back there in 6th, it looked like James Hadley. Just a flash of that orange Intrepid chassis as Thompson goes up the inside of Jamie McNee and picks up the position. Thompson through to 4th. There's another schools champ, Stephen Thompson, from memory picked up the junior restricted title at Taranaki 2 years ago. Jamie McNee making his return to kart sport. Having raced in the New Zealand Formula First Championship this year, the youngster racing here at his home track, Manawatu Toyota Raceway. Beautiful conditions this weekend in the Manawatu. Look at the Nebulite number 81 of Richard Craig. Matthew Kinsman, still your race leader from Mitchell Hill and Mitchell Evans. Richard's got an older brother that races as well. Lots of families involved in kart sport around the country. Daniel Duffy racing out of the Bay of Plenty Kart Club, just up ahead of this group, chasing down James Hadley. That's the battle inside the 6. This is just outside the 6. Richard Craig right in that mix. Back up to the front though is Hill now starting to make some gains on Matthew Kinsman. Kinsman's been there or thereabouts all weekend. He won the pre-final with the demise of Nick Cassidy at the start of that. Works his way through the infield. Turn number 8, the big right-hander down the hill to the pit turn. 1 lap to go for Mount Wellington's Matthew Kinsman, looking for his first national title. His father, Michael, has won New Zealand titles in the past. Kinsman crouches down behind the steering column, trying to minimise the air on the main straight. Mitchell Hill within 2 to 3 kart lengths. Quick look over the shoulder for Matthew Kinsman. He wants this lap to be over and done with. He hasn't put a foot wrong all race. He's controlled the pace out in front. Matthew Kinsman on his last lap. Racing out of the Mount Wellington Kart Club. A lot of big names have come out of Mount Wellington over the years, none bigger than Wade Cunningham, the 2003 World Karting Champion, but it's going to be Matthew Kinsman for the win in Junior Yamaha. Kinsman takes out the New Zealand title from Manawatu's Mitchell Hill, Mount Wellington's Mitchell Evans, then it's Stephen Thompson, Jamie McNee and Daniel Duffy.
Matthew, congratulations, you're New Zealand champion.
Mate, it's awesome. I'm so happy right now.
Towards the end of the race, looks like it looked pretty easy towards you. Had a bit of opposition early on.
Yeah, Mitchell just dropped off a little bit at the end, but he was pushing me the whole race.
Once you got past Mitchell Evans, did you think you'd be able to get up on the leader?
Not really, because I knew the kart didn't really have the pace to get Matt.
Mitchell, well done, 3rd place.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy. I like to be first, but just didn't have the pace as Matt and Mitchell.